Kanta Namostate. Saptakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari. Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari. Vanchakalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya vacha Patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam bangam langayate girim. Yatkripatam humande shigro nanatanam paramanandam Sri Chaitanya. Hare Krishna. Everyone is doing well, and people in America, they have a holiday actually now, so I think that's right. Last week we were talking Tattva, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Actually, God is a person. God is one, this session will make very clear actually, what is the difference between God and absolute truth. Absolute truth is different, God is different. Should we continue?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So, Bhagavatam says, Vadanti tattva vidastattvam yajnanamadvayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavaneti shabdati. That absolute truth is explained in three phases. Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. So we were saying Vedavyas, Subrasari, after giving this verse, so in the same chapter actually, Nityachamsa kalapamsa Krishnasta Bhagavan Swayam Indrar Vyakalam Lokam Rudayanti Yuge. Whatever the incarnations that are mentioned, they are his expansions or expansions of his expansions, but he is a self-same Supreme Lord, Supreme Personality of Godhead. Bhagavatam says that. Bhagavatam is only one book that speaks of prema. Prema Pumarto Mahan. Bhagavatam doesn't speak about economic development. It doesn't speak of sense enjoyment. It doesn't speak about quote-unquote religiosity, mundane religiosity. But it speaks of, it doesn't speak of impersonal liberation. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, it doesn't speak. But it speaks of prema. The culmination of bhakti is prema. So prema means that object should be, God should be one, not like Monday we love one, and the Tuesday we love another one, Thursday we love another one, Wednesday we love somebody else. Friday, Saturday, Sunday we love somebody else. That is not prema. So Parashara Muni gives the definition of God and Bhagavan, that absolute truth, in Parasara Smriti. Parasara Muni is actually father of Vedavyas. Aishwaryasya samagrasya Viryasya yashasya sriya jnana vairagyasya sannam bhagiti kana. God is a supremely rich. Actually, what is the wealth in this world? That company owner, this company owner, or Elon Musk, or so people have so much money, But what is the money in this world? Some papers, some land, some assets, that will be there only for some time. Even if it is there, you won't be there. 1994, Rockefeller was the richest man in the world. And 89, the Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth, she was the richest woman in the world. Then year 2000, it's Bill Gates. And then today it is, so, I mean, I don't follow so much, but maybe some Elon Musk or some CEO, Amazon CEO, whoever it is, I don't know. They'll be there for some time, then they'll fade into oblivion, you know. So, and then somebody else, death will come and somebody else will take over. So everything in this world is temporary. But wealth means, Krishna says in Gita, Aham sarvasya prabho matta sarvam pravartate iti matta vajante mam bodhabhava samanvita. Arjuna, I own the both material and spiritual world all the time to come, Krishna says in the Gita. And Krishna's expansion, Vishnu, is Lakshmi Pati. Vishnu is a Lakshmi Pati. So all the time to come. And the Lakshmi serves Narayan, Vishnu, in a very humble way. That way, Supreme Lord is the richest. You know, he's the richest and nobody is richer than him. Virya, you know, strength. If somebody lifts 100 kgs, they get, I mean, what is that? Maybe 150 kgs. They get an Olympic medal. But Krishna lifted Govardhan Hill for 7 days on his pinky finger, on his little finger. And Krishna says in Gita, Balam Balotam Chaham, I am the strength of the strong, Arjuna. In this world, any strength you see, it comes from me. You know? So, what is that? Jarasandha would attack Krishna, would attack Mathura. He attacked Mathura 17 times with hardly a few people. You know, Jarasandha army was bigger than Kaurava and Pandava army put together. But Krishna killed and defeated him, you know, with a handful of people. Naikanam Siroratnam Krishnasta Bhagavan Swayam. So Krishna says, I'm the strength of the strong. Everyone gets strength from me. That way he's the strongest. You know, fame. Fame, like, you know, if you're a prime minister or president, you'll become famous. Bhagavatam explains, you know, as Brahman is very famous, as Paramatma is famous, you know, as his expansions, some will call him Allah, Jehovah, some will call him Krishna, same person. Yam Brahma, Varunendra, Rudra, Brahma, Varunendra, Rudra, Mardas Tunvanti Divyasthavai Vedi Sangapadakaram Upanishade Gayantiyam Samaga. Dhyanavasti Dadkatena Manasa, Pasyantiyam Yogina, Pasyantam Nasura Suragana Vedaya Tasmenam. So all the devatas worship him. You know? So Vedas glorify him. No one knows him, whether demons or devotees, no one knows him. No one knows the end of his glories. Anantasesha, you know, can count the sand grains on earth, but he cannot count Krishna's glories. God's glories are limited. Prabhupada says God is great. People say, but how God is great? All the planets, millions and millions and millions of planets are floating in the sky. And they are being, you know, they're functioning without meeting any accident. So Supreme Lord is a famous beauty. some cinema star. What is cinema star's beauty actually? The power of time time is very powerful. It draws lines on everyone's faces. And the most beautiful cinema heroine also has to become a grandmother eventually. But Krishna, what is that? He is the oldest, Anadi. He is there since the beginning. He is the beginning of everything, Adi. He is the cause of all causes. But Navayavanam cha, no? So he's ever youthful. Krishna doesn't age beyond 16. Kaishora means adolescence, teenage. Krishna doesn't age beyond 16. During Kurukshetra war, Krishna was actually great grandfather. But you don't see Krishna old. No. So what is that? Leonardo da Vinci drew a picture of God, thinking God is very old. He puts beard to the God. No, God is the oldest, but he's the most youthful and the most beautiful, and his beauty never fades. Christianity and Islam, they say God is great, God is God. How does God look like? Just one question. How does he look like? What are his likes and dislikes? Nobody answers. Nobody, there is no answer in Christianity. There is no answer in Islam. There is no picture at all because they think God is light. But Bhagavatam knows about the beauty of God. Barapida Natavarvapukarnayo Karnikaram Vibratva Sakanakati Sambaje Chamalam Randran Vendradra Sudayo Gopi Vrundai Vrindaranyam Swapadramanam Pravishad Gita Kuti. This verse speaks of the beauty. This verse speaks of the beauty of Krishna. Gopala Sahasranama speaks of the beauty of Krishna, Tejas. And when Krishna plays on the flute, and the playing flute is nothing but a call of love. Krishna is attractive. Because Krishna is very beautiful, he is attractive. Attraction in Sanskrit is called Akarsha. What is it? Krishna? Akarsha Yati Iti Krishna. So some people call him Jehovah means very merciful. Allah means very beautiful. If you have little money, you become attractive. Krishna is infinitely rich. Naturally, he is attractive. Krishna, if you are little beautiful, you become attractive. Krishna is infinitely beautiful, so he is infinitely attractive. If you have little strength, you become attractive. If you have little knowledge, you become attractive. So, but Krishna has all these 6 opulences. Money, wealth, strength, name and fame, beauty, knowledge, and renunciation. 6 qualities, Krishna has them in full. That's why Krishna is infinitely attractive. Attraction in Sanskrit, the word is called Krishna. So Prabhupada says there is only one God. Shankaracharya, he wrote a comment in Bhagavad Gita. Ekam Shastram, let there be one scripture. Devaki Putra Gitam, let there be only one scripture, Bhagavad Gita. Ekam Devo, let there be one God. Devaki Putra Eva. Who is telling this? Shankaracharya is telling. Let there be one mantra. Tasya namani yani. So, God, there should be only one mantra. What is that mantra? Krishna's name. Let there be only one service. Tasya devasya seva. So, So Krishna is very beautiful. And fifth appearance of God is knowledge. This is Shakuntala Devi. So, okay, even if you are a PhD, how many books are there on the planet? And how many libraries on the planet? Do you know everything, every book, what is there? No. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna, Arjuna, I know everything. Past, future, and present, I know everything, Arjuna. No? So there is nothing that I don't know. Everything I know. Correct. So Krishna is fully knowledgeable. Very interestingly, having all these qualities in full, Krishna is a fully renounced. Krishna is a renounced Vairagya. You know? Jnana Vairagyascheva. I have a question for you. You lost your job and you're waiting past 1 year to get a job, but you're not getting any job. I give this example, So you have become ready to even work as a taxi driver. You start applying all the jobs. One day you got 2 envelopes. I mean, you start giving taxi driver interview, start giving your software interview, start giving your CEO interview, managers in different interviews you're giving, but you're not getting any job. Finally, one day you got 2 envelopes and you opened them up. First envelope, you're chosen as the CEO of Citibank. Haribol, amazing, happy thing. You open the second envelope, you're chosen as the taxi driver in New York City or in Hyderabad. Which job you'll choose? You'll choose a job of Citibank or you'll choose a taxi driver job? Anybody?
Ego.
You're honest. Naturally, we'll choose CEO job. But the person who is CEO of CEOs, who is the cause of all causes, who is God of all gods, he has chosen to become the taxi driver for Arjuna. He has become a taxi driver to Arjuna. I'll tell you how difficult it is. I mean, it's not difficult, but I'll tell you what was involved. When Arjuna wants Krishna to, Krishna was Arjuna's taxi driver, right? Chariot driver. When Arjuna would kick on the back of Krishna, he has to keep on going forward. When Arjuna would kick on the right hand shoulder, this side, so then Krishna has to turn the chariot right. When Arjuna kicks with his slippers, his shoes, when he kicks on the, when he touches the left back, then Arjuna has to turn the chariot left. Why did Krishna? Why did Krishna have to receive the kicks from Arjuna every day for 18 days? Why did Krishna allow that? If Krishna wants 1, 2, 3, all these guys got a heart attack. Let everyone get heart attack, all the enemy inside. Then everyone in the Duryodhana camp would get a heart attack. Then, but why did Krishna, why did Krishna have to endure all these inconveniences? Krishna is telling, I can do anything for my devotee. Krishna is telling, I can do anything to my devotee. Just before Mahabharata war, 11th chapter Bhagavad Gita, Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita in 11th chapter Bhagavad Gita, Vishwarupa Sandarsana Yogam. He showed the universal form. What he did? He showed the universal form. And he showed all the devatas. Brahma, Lord Shiva, Indra, everyone. He showed him actually, he reduced himself into Vishnu form. Then again, he assumed his Krishna form. And Arjuna started shivering. Akhyana me bhavan rupo namostate devara prasida. But Krishna didn't tell, now you understood why I'm Arjuna? Now you do the chariot fighting. I mean, you become the charioteer. I will do the fighting. You know, for Supreme Lord to become a taxi driver is like beneath his dignity, right? Krishna said, no problem. I don't care what others think. I love my position to be a servant of my devotee. So what is the topmost position in the spiritual world? Not boss on a boss, but is das on a das. Who is showing this by example? Huh? Krishna. You understanding? Fully
Yes,
renounced. He's fully renounced. Udasina udasinam asaktam teshu karmashu. He has created this entire all these universes. He doesn't say you should worship me only. You know, whichever devata you worship, Krishna says, I'll increase your faith on that devata. He has created all these universes, but he just, all right, you guys take it. Excuse me. You know, his dear devotees, gopis. At the age of 10 years, 7 months, Krishna left Vrindavan. He left his mother, Yashoda, Nanda Maharaj. He left his dear friends. He never came back. He came back at the end, of course. Very renounced. So, not only Krishna showed his universal form to Arjuna, 10th chapter Bhagavad Gita is called Opulence of Absolute, Vibhuti Yogam. He showed all the, Arjuna, I'm the taste of the water, what is that, the Stavaranam, Himalaya, I'm the Mount Sumeru, non-moving entities, I'm Himalayas, so I'm the living entities, I'm sharks, so the animals, I'm the lion. What can I tell you, Arjuna? The tiniest spark, I cover this entire, you have a tiny spark of mine, I cover this entire manifestation. He not only said that in 10th chapter, in 11th chapter he showed also. But after that, he became a charioteer. So how Krishna proved he is God? He shows this entire universe in his mouth only. Hare Krishna. He is not presenting himself in the universe, but he is presenting the entire universe in his mouth. Hare Krishna. That is God. Sometimes in India, you go to some astrologer or some Devi worshipper, they will tell you your name and they'll tell you which grade you got in your 7th grade. Then you start calling him God. What type of God is he? But here Krishna showed him, not one time, 2 times he showed Yashoda his universal form. Excuse me, sorry. And third time he showed universal form to Duryodhan. I mean to Dhritarashtra when Duryodhan tried to bind Krishna, he showed his universal form. 4th time he showed on the battlefield. So he's showing the entire universe in himself. So not only he said he's God, he showed and he proved he's the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Anyone has any questions before, or we'll finish this? If Krishna is that one God, what about others? Today we'll see the 4 tattvas. What is that? 4 tattvas. What is that 4 tattva? And I want to speak on this picture because many people think Krishna is the incarnation of Vishnu, especially South India. That is very prevalent. Krishna is incarnation of Vishnu. Some of you might have heard that. You know? How many of you agree?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So, what is that? In every universe, I'm sorry. In every universe, there is one Brahma, the secondary creator of Brahma, one Shiva who destroys the universe, but one Vishnu who maintains. How many Vishnus are there? One time, so one person, even childhood, I also heard the same thing. So one time I attended the class and I said, "You are telling in the class, Krishna is, the supreme personality of Godhead, but I know Krishna as the eighth incarnation of Vishnu." I was asked, "Which Vishnu?" I said, "I know only one Vishnu. There's in the movies she's shown." Not like that. There are 3 Vishnus. Do you know that? I said, "I don't know." Vishnostu trini rupani pursakshan yato vidu ekantamata srishtir ditiyam manasamsitam trutiyam garbhabhutastam tani satya vimuchyate. This sloka is from Sat Tantra. Sat Tantra, it is said, Vishnostu trini rupani. There are 3 Vishnus, 3 Vishnu forms. There are 3 Vishnu forms. What is that first one? Mahavishnu. He lies in the causal ocean, and he creates universes. If you can wait 1 minute, I'll show that Mahavishnu. Can I show?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Just give me 1 minute.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Just give me 1 minute, please. This is Mahavishnu. When he lies in the causal ocean, Yasyeka Nisvasita Kala Matavalambya Jivanti Lom Vilaja Jagadandanadha Vishnur Mahan, Mahavishnu. Vishnur Mahan Sa Iha Yasya Kala Visesho Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham. You're all watching, right? Mahavishnu, he's lying in the causal ocean, Karanodaka Samudram. In English, it's called causal ocean, but it is called Karanodaka Samudram. When he lies down on the causal ocean, universes emanate from his body. What is this Vishnu called?
Mahavishnu.
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 So that is one Vishnu. The second Vishnu is just give me 1 minute. The second Vishnu is so they all look alike, all the universes, they look alike. So what he does, in order to create variety in them, Mahavishnu expands into Garbhodakasaya Vishnu. What he does, expands into Garbhodakasaya Vishnu, and yes, this is Garbhodakasaya Vishnu. In one universe, there are so many universes. They are created from the pores of Mahavishnu, but they are all looking alike. Then sorry, yah karanarna jale bhajisme yoga nidramananta jagadanda slomukupa adhara sakti maulamya parasmurtam govindamadi prashimdambaya. This verse is for Mahavishnu. Karanarna jale means Karanadak Samudram. He lies down, universes come from his pores. Then that Mahavishnu, he glances, and agitates the Pradhan. It's called Mahatattva Maya. And when he glances, then Maya is agitated, Pradhan is agitated. She'll become an active principle. That's called Mahatattva Maya. The embodiment of Maya is Durga Devi. Why does he do that? We are all, we all have declared war. We are all rebellious. We want to enjoy independence of Krishna. Krishna says, all right, then go and enjoy in the material world, dead matter. So you go to the material world. That's why it's called prison house. We are pure spirit soul, like Narada Muni. 1, 2, 3, we can be in Vaikuntha, we can be in Vaikuntha. 1, 2, 3, we can be in another place, we can be in another place. But because of our rebellion, we are caught by Maya. 3 modes. We saw that why bad things happen to good people that time. We are caught by Maya, Trigunatmaka Maya. So we are caught by 3 modes. And because of that, we identify with this temporary body. I'm a man, I'm a woman. This mind, is uncontrolled mind. So until we purify ourselves, we have to stay here only. Birth out. So one universe that Mahavishnu expands to become a Garbhodakasaya Vishnu, from whose navel, can you see this tiny, from his navel, one stem comes, lotus stem. All the lokas, Bhulok, Borlok, Mahalok, Janalok, Tapolok, Satyalok, Atal, Vital, Sutal, Talatal, Rasandal, Patala. All the planets are there in the stem only. And this is a Brahma. Can you see Brahma there? Can you see this Brahma?
Yes, Prabhuji.
What is this Vishnu called? Garbhodakasaya Vishnu. He is present in one universe. He is called the super soul of this universe. And in this universe, there is a milk ocean. There is a Sveta Dvipa. In that, there is a milk ocean, Pala Samudram. In that, there is one more Vishnu, Kshirodakasaya Vishnu. Kshirodakasaya Vishnu is present in our heart as Paramatma. Garbhodakasaya Vishnu, this Vishnu is actually the super soul of this universe. Mahavishnu is a super soul of the entire cosmos. There are 3 Vishnus. If every universe has one Brahma, one Kshiroda Garbhodakasaya Vishnu, and one Lord Shiva, how many universes are there? Unlimited. But Krishna is only one. So Vishnu, what is that? Has a Jivas, we have 50 qualities. The Brahma, who is a Jiva Tattva, we'll see that. Brahma has 50 qualities. Lord Shiva, who is not Jiva, who is not Vishnu, combination of both. He has 55 qualities. We'll see that today. Narayan, he has 60 qualities. But Krishna has a 64 qualities. Shadaiswarya Purna Bhagavan, fullest manifestation of God. In India, Advaita, what is that? Devotees worship Krishna as God. Advaitavadis call him the fullest manifestation of God. I'm sorry, I hope I'm not bewildering you all by telling all these things. Anyway, can I tell a story at least?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, can you see this picture? Can everyone see this picture? So Krishna, and can you see small friends? There are cows, calves. So one day what happened, we'll see that later, but one day Krishna killed Aghasur. Aghasur was 12 miles long. And Agha means sin. Even Devatas are scared of Aghasur. But that type of Aghasur, Krishna just went and killed him. Devatas were amazed. Brahma looked at it. Oof, this boy is killed. Who is this boy? Because of Krishna's influence, Maya acted on him and Brahma forgot. Maya acted on him and Brahma forgot. And all the friends of Krishna, they were sitting and eating. And I told this story one time. Sudama, Sridham, Madhumangal said, Krishna, I laddu for you. Krishna said, okay, give me laddu. Open your mouth. Close your eyes, Krishna. Krishna closed his eyes. What he did, he put a flower in Krishna's mouth and he started putting all the laddus in his mouth. Everyone was laughing. Krishna opened his eyes. Krishna became upset and he leaned forward. What he did, he smashed, and when laddu came, Krishna got it, ate it. Brahma saw that, gee, I know Narayan very well. I can't even get the darshan of Narayan. What type of Narayan is he? He's not Narayan. Narayan doesn't eat remnants of somebody else. Kiska jota thodi khate hain, Narayan. He's not Narayan. And then he killed Aghasur. Earlier he killed Putana, he killed Bakasur, Trinavarta. Who is this boy then? Brahma forgot. So they were all eating and the cows left. So Krishna, cows left. Krishna said, don't worry, you guys eat, I'll go and get the cows. Krishna went to bring the cows, no cows. He couldn't find them. Krishna came back. He could not find the friends. Krishna said, wow. Brahma, you're hiding all these cows and you want to test me what I will do? All right, no problem, I'm ready. I'm ready for your test. But then what happened? It's already evening. Mother Yashoda will be waiting. All the mothers will be waiting for their children. The cows at home will be waiting for the cows. What to do? All right, Krishna went home. Krishna expanded himself into unlimited cows and calves. Nanda Maharaj alone had 9 lakh cows. How many? 9 lakh cows. So when he went home, so up to that day, all the gopis and gopas worshipped Krishna more than their children. From that day onwards, they they loved Krishna more than their children. But from that day onwards, the way they love their children, that way they loved Krishna. They didn't know why. But anyway, for Brahma, a moment is, for Brahma, a moment for Brahma is for us 1 year. So what Brahma did, after some time, Brahma turned like this. What is Krishna doing? I've hidden all the cows and cows. Then he saw Krishna is playing as usual. He's playing with his cows, he's playing with his friends. Then he looked at this side, they were all sleeping. So Brahma thought, they are original, these are duplicate. These are original, they are duplicate. They are both original, I am duplicate. So Brahma's body was made up of intelligence. Then he started, his head started reeling. What is the original? Who is original? Brahma couldn't figure it out. Then Krishna understood Brahma was illusioned. And Krishna said, then Brahma understood. They're all, Krishna expanded, into unlimited. They're all Vishnu Tattva. The cows, all his friends and cows, they're all Vishnu Tattva. So Vishnus are unlimited, but Krishna is one. How many of you understood?
I understand.
So all the incarnations, they come, they come through, when they come to this universe, they come through the Kshirodaksa Vishnu. That's why Vishnu Tattva it is called. Second Tattva is called Shakti Tattva. What is it called? Shakti Tattva. Krishna is that supreme energetic. So Shakti is, yes, unlimited Parasya Sakti Vivide Sruvide Swabhavik Jnana Balakriyacha. He has unlimited Shaktis. Who are all? Radharani, Sita, Lakshmi, Durga. In fact, Krishna's immediate, his internal energy, pleasure potency, Ahladini Shakti is Radharani. When Krishna becomes Vishnu, the way Krishna is the origin for Vishnu Tattva, Radharani is the origin for Lakshmi Tattva. When Krishna becomes Vishnu, Radha becomes Lakshmi. When Krishna becomes Rama, Radharani becomes Sita. For sending all the conditioned souls to the material world, Krishna glances and agitates Mahatattva through the agency of Lord Shiva. That glance is Lord Shiva. Then Radharani becomes Durga. Because always you need, for a masculine figure, you need a feminine counterpart. So Shakti Tattva comes from Krishna, Vishnu Tattva comes from Krishna, and the third one is what? Shambhu Tattva. Kshiram yada adhikar visesha yogan sanjayate nahi tata vradagashti eto yasambhata vradada sopaidikaryat govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. If you add, there's a pure milk, add little lemon juice, what will happen? Or add little culture to it, or add little curd, yogurt, dahi to it, next it will become yogurt. So milk plus culture, Vishnu plus Maya is Lord Shiva. Milk can become yogurt, but yogurt or dahi. Yogurt cannot become milk. If you understand this one point, it'll change your life. You are listening or not?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Why Shiva is not, we don't call him absolute truth. Shiva comes in contact with Maya. What is Maya? Material energy, matter, dead matter. Supreme Spirit has nothing to do with the dead matter. What is our problem? We want to enjoy dead matter. We are spirit. By enjoying dead matter, we can never be 100% happy. People don't understand this. By enjoying matter, Name and fame, subtle matter. It's also matter, name and fame also. Eating and, gulab jamun, rasgulla, it's matter. Soul is spirit. By enjoying matter, soul can never be happy. Listening?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So, Lord Shiva comes in contact with Durga, the material energy, the source of matter. But Vishnu Tattva doesn't come in contact. Krishna doesn't come in contact at all. Jiva Tattva, Devatas, humans, animals, birds, fish, demons, they're all Jivas. 10 power minus 4, tip of the hair. We're tiny, separated expansions. Vibhinnamsa. Vishnu Tattva is a self-expansions. They are not separated. Jivas are separate expansions of Krishna. So Vishnu Tattva and Krishna and Vishnu Tattva, they're in the category of a Supreme Lord, Supreme Personality of Godhead. So what are the 4 tattvas we discussed today? Anybody? What are the 4 tattvas?
Vishnu Tattva, Shakti Tattva, Shambhu Tattva, Jiva Tattva.
Amazing. So Jiva can never become God. Jiva is Jiva. Jiva has only 50 qualities. So Jiva can, in a liberated state, he'll have 50 qualities. Full. In a conditioned state, being based on his karma, he'll have only some qualities. Other qualities are covered. What is Shambhu Tattva? What is Shiva Tattva? How Shambhu Tattva is different from Krishna or Vishnu Tattva? Anybody?
When Vishnu comes with Maya, becomes Shiva.
Okay. What did I do? Anyone wants to add? Amma, can you repeat again what you said?
The super soul with Maya.
No, I cannot hear. I cannot hear.
Vishnu Tattva plus Maya is equal to Shiva Tattva.
Vishnu Tattva comes in contact with material energy, Maya, Shiva. Milk plus culture is yogurt, curd. Very nice. Anyone has any questions so far? We'll go forward otherwise. Any question or comment?
Hello, Prabhuji. Is it really not possible to for Vishnu or Krishna to remove Maya completely and essentially instill goodness in everyone? Does he really want to see people having bad behavior? The gunas, the 3 gunas that we say, rajasa, tamasa and satvikam. So why we cannot have everyone with satvik guna? That is my Whenever I read Bhagavad Gita, it is saying it is basic nature, but nature also, if God is all powerful, so he can create only sattvic guna as nature. That was my feeling. I want to understand why this exists.
Next question. Krishna can remove in 1 second, bro. Krishna or Vishnu can remove in 1 second because Maya is in their control. But that is against the principles of prema. You know, love cannot be forced. You know, I mean, are you married? You have kids?
Yes, yes.
So you take care of, you provide everything to your children, but you cannot tell your children you love me unconditionally. So then if you do not love, I'll not give chocolates at all. You will not, I'll send you to school only when you love me. Can you call that love?
No, we cannot call that love. Yeah.
Right. So we have independence, Prabhuji. So Krishna wants us to use our independence to unconditionally love Krishna for what he does to us. He has been taking good care of us, right?
Yes.
So for that reason, if you utilize your free will, if you utilize your independence to love Krishna, Krishna very happily will remove you that curtain of 3 modes. The day Krishna gets confidence that you will love him unconditionally, then Krishna will definitely remove that curtain. Until he gets the confidence, we should keep on endeavoring. That's why Bhakti Yoga is the only way where we can make an exit out of this prison house. That's why Krishna comes and tells in Gita, hey, surrender to me. Abandon all varieties of religion, sarvadharman paratyadimam ekam saranam raja. Anantam sarapabhyabhyo mokshisyama sucha. So Krishna came to this world to speak Bhagavad Gita only to tell us how to get out of this prison house. Krishna is telling practice Bhakti Yoga and you surrender to me, take my shelter, then I will take you out of the clutches of Maya. You know, otherwise what happens? We are not fully purified. But Krishna will remove the clutches of Maya. And then you know, what is that? When Krishna removes without asking, or without when we are not qualified, then we will, once we go back to Vaikuntha, we'll start showing our original conditioned nature. You know, Abba, everyone worships him only. You know, I want to enjoy this. We will create a disturbance there. I'll give a good example actually.
Okay.
Did you, caterpillar you have seen?
Yes, Prabhu.
Caterpillar eats a lot of leaves and sleeps. Then caterpillar goes to the next level that's called imago. Imago means the butterfly has to come. So caterpillar struggles, it tries to, so caterpillar struggles. In that struggle, caterpillar turns into butterfly.
Okay.
So likewise, this is a process where we are fighting against Maya, material energy. So we are trying to, follow a strict bhakti life where we are trying to choose most all the time, as much as possible, Krishna, not Maya. So when we do that, slowly you'll come to goodness. When Krishna sees you are so sincere, Krishna will pick you up. In fact, there's a goal of life. You understand?
Yeah, yes, Prabhu. But there is one other question I have. I understood this, and like I will say, I understood like 90% I can understand. One still doubt I have, Prabhu. What I understand is like if I have free will, when you say independence is there, then I cannot 100% completely surrender to Krishna, because I have independence. I can make my own choice, but what you're saying is my choice should be Krishna.
Yes.
That using that independence, even though I have independence to choose anything in the world, I should definitely choose Krishna.
Yes, yes. Bhakti surrender means you create a life for yourself where you do everything for the pleasure of Krishna. That is the safest and easiest way to exit this world, exit this prison house. But if Maya means, if you choose Maya, little happiness, this much happiness, but this much suffering. If you choose Krishna, inconvenience, you have to go, because you have to go against your nature, because you haven't trying to enjoy. But now you understood, if you really want to come out of this prison house, this metal world, and you want to come out of this Maya, Trigunatmaka Maya, Sattvam Rajagunas, what you have to do? Become a Bhakti Yogi. That's why we tell people to chant the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Hare.
So then then not only just, this is only a beginning. Chanting of the holy name and chanting 16 rounds, looking for a spiritual master and getting initiated. Then what is it? Change your lifestyle in such a way it is very pleasing to Krishna.
So how do we know what he likes and what he doesn't like, Prabhu?
How do we know what he likes and what he doesn't like? Krishna doesn't want us to enjoy Maya, mental energy, because this much happiness and this much suffering. But Krishna wants us to surrender to him. Sharanam.
Okay.
And practice, become a Bhakti Yogi, full-fledged Bhakti Yogi. Then Krishna will reveal everything to you in proper time.
Okay, Prabhu. Okay, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you. Any other question or comment?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. I have a question. Complete surrender to Krishna, Prabhu. Accept that, it is Maya. I have to come out of it. There is the question of duty. Like I have a duty to do the right thing, but challenged by that. Like I have to do a duty. I have to raise a good child, but all my life suffering with this because I'm not able to complete my duty properly. How do I handle that?
Mataji, even taking care of your child is part of surrender of Krishna only. If you bring up, as much as possible, you try. If you bring up your child or children, because they are Krishna's gift to you, you try your best. But one thing is there. When the child is 5, child will listen to you. When the child is 20, especially in America, child may not listen. But what you do, you pray for his or her well-being, and you become Krishna conscious. Time is for everyone. You're listening? So, in fact, the worldly duties, they will not stop you. They will not be an impediment to surrender to Krishna. In fact, when you surrender to Krishna, you will undertake your duties even much more, you will undertake them in a better way, actually. For example, if you surrender, you're a Bhakti Yogi, then you see Krishna in your family members and you serve them. And in your work, you serve you in your workplace. When you go to office, you serve because they're paying you. You have to be honest in your dealings. When you work 8 hours and then take the salary, utilize it, you take care of the household expenses and the families. And as I said, because you have given birth to children or child, whatever, you have the moral responsibility to make them Krishna conscious. You give Krishna to them, but again, you try. You don't have control on anybody else. You have control only on your mind and senses. You try your best. If they cannot, if they don't become, that is not your problem. So if it puts you into anxiety and if it is an impediment in surrendering to Krishna, that is wrong. You do your best. You tell my Lord, I'm trying my best. I don't know what's going to happen, but some things results are not coming. Results are not coming, but you try your best. But at the end of the day, you're not the doer, right? We do not know their karma too. We must our children, but not their karma, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Does it answer the question?
Yes, Prabhuji. I had this guilt that I have some shortcoming. I'm not able to somehow failing in mother as a devotee, as a, with bhakti, full bhakti and sharanagati, surrendering to Krishna's will. I just keep trying, but I think I just have to surrender and leave it to Krishna that he will deliver.
One time there is a devotee by name Varsanamara. He said, surrender is not easy. So surrender, Maharaj said, we have no idea what surrender is. That's a very high state. Simple thing, whatever, chant the holy name. And if you chant the holy name and eventually, get initiated, look for a bona fide spiritual master in ISKCON and, get initiated. And under the guidance of the Guru, continue performing bhakti and learn the bhakti process nicely because Guru is needed for bhakti. Then surrender means actually it's absolute surrender. It's not easy. Manasa, vacha, karmana. So you have to surrender by mind, by speech, and by actions. So it doesn't happen overnight. And second thing is, naturally guilt is calm and it's possible we become guilty, but you should know you try your best. You don't have nothing. We are not the controllers. We don't have things in our hands, especially when it comes to others. Let it be children, let it be other family members. So you pray for them, but don't be so absorbed. You'll be depressed actually. No, why it's happening, what's happening? What can you do? You try your best and leave the rest to Krishna. That's what I can do. Any other question?
Good evening, Prabhuji. I have one question. I just wanted to know that when you serve the humanity, okay, you are indirectly, you are with God. Okay, so it is not necessary that we have to sit in front of God and pray and or chant mantras. This is the concept some gurus, they tell. So what we should, because I'm confused, what should I do? Because helping humanity in an indirect way, we're helping God. Am I correct in my
No. And first of all, Amma, thank you. You said you're confused. Between chanting mantras or helping humanity, right? There's a question, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So first of all, Amma, you're right. I know definitely the major portion of majority of what you said is right. But listen carefully. First of all, whatever we do, first of all, anything you do with your impure heart, if your heart is filled with impurity, you share that impurity with others. One has to, the simple application, you resolve to become a Bhakti Yogi. But resolve to become a Bhakti Yogi means what? Very simple. So every day you get up in the morning and you go to bathroom and clean the body, you evacuate, brush your teeth, take bath. So you're spending half an hour in the bathroom. So you come out. So you have cleansed the body now. Now come out and cleanse the mind. Mind has impurities, cleanse the heart. The heart has greed, anger, envy, pride, all these impurities are there. So, ego is there. Ego is very prominent. So, first of all, we have to help ourselves. So what we do, we chant the holy name. You know, in Hare Krishna tradition, we chant at least 1-2 hours, not to begin with. So when you cleanse your heart, then the Paramatma, super soul in your heart, will give you direction what to do. So with the strength that you gain through this mantra meditation, which you do on regular basis, you utilize that strength to to do service. You know, a Bhakti Yogi sees Krishna in every situation and in everyone. So when you serve others, you see Krishna in them and you serve them. So it doesn't mean they're Krishna. They are not Krishna. They're all Krishna's part and parcels. You know, the Jiva Tattva, just now I said, Jiva can never become God. So they are all children of Krishna. So when you see, you are doing this service for the pleasure of Krishna. So when you do that, you will do service in a better way. Otherwise, what happens when you are serving somebody upsets you, you become very upset actually. You become angry because we all have ego. But if you see Krishna in them, you are grateful for the opportunity, you know, and you are serving Krishna's part and parcels, the fellow brother and sister, you know. But you are doing this not to please them, to please Krishna, you know, for your advancement, you are doing it. You're right. We don't need, if you don't know mantras, we don't need it, you know. So, but we need to go through a cleansing process. You know, Swami Prabhupada came to America and he simplified the process so that Americans can understand. It's very easy. So meditation we prescribe, especially mantra meditation. Man means mind, tra means liberates. Manastrayata iti mantra. Mantra helps us control the mind. If we ourselves are not very, properly situated, then, you know, when others see, you know, we become angry just like that. And we also have greed, we also have impurities. Then, you know, others will lose faith on us. And we cannot do much service to others. First, serve yourself. Then you serve others because Krishna is present in everyone's heart as Paramatma. You know, you be grateful to the opportunity to serve others. But you are doing this only to please Krishna. Whether others are pleased or not, that is secondary. Does it answer your question?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dhanavad Pranamam, all grace to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Prabhuji, is it okay if I ask you a small question, Prabhuji?
Please go ahead.
Prabhuji, my question is like, I do chanting and everything, but sometimes I still get anger sometimes in some situations. But how to control that?
Join the club.
Difficult. I'm doing Prabhuji, but I'm not able to control sometimes. So sometimes some people say, so you're doing chanting and how do you get anger? That is not proper, right? So I don't know what to do.
Answer is very simple. You didn't hear what I said. I said join the club. You know, so it is not easy to control anger. Kamayesh, Krodesh, Rajagun, Samadhava, Mahasana, Mahapapma. You know, what is the cause of anger? Attachment, expectations, desires. You know, so it takes long time to control. Actually, you know, anger cannot be totally eradicated. Anger can be controlled. You know, Hanuman became angry, but Hanuman's anger was glorified. Hanuman became angry or not? Hanuman became angry. And but what is the difference between Hanuman's anger and our anger? And the origin of anger is Narsingadev. Narsingadev actually killed Hiranyakashipu and protected Prahlad. You know, but of course, Narsingadev anger is transcendental. So anyway, let us talk about Hanumanji's anger. Why is Hanuman glorified when he became angry and he destroyed the entire Ashokavatika? And why our anger is not appreciated? Simple. When Hanuman became angry, anger was in Hanuman's control. You know, Hanuman used anger to teach a lesson to Ravana. But in our case, when we become angry, anger controls us. We have pulled away anger. Like I'll tell you a good example. You have children.
Prabhuji.
So you say your child is not eating. you feign anger, you show anger, and somebody comes, please come. I'm telling you, you have to go to school. Come, friend, come, sit down. So in this case, you're actually angry that your child is not eating and she's getting late for the school. There, your anger is in full control, in your control. You agree or not?
Yes, Prabhuji.
But sometimes we want things to happen in our way. Then we become angry. There, anger takes us over. Anger controls us. Then you cannot stop even if you want to. Then that's where you're defeated. Trividam narkasyadam dwaram nasanamatmana kamakrodastada lovasya tasmat ita triyam tejati. Krishna tells in Gita, there are 3 gates leading to hell, Arjuna. What are that? Lust means attachment, anger, and greed. These are the 3 gates leading to hell. Actually, I'm writing a book on this. Editing is going on, and one topic is anger management. So what is that? One day I was giving a lecture, and the projector was not working. It happened to my godfather. It happened to me also. So I cannot become angry with him because that session name is anger management. So it's getting late. People are sitting. So yes, we also become angry. We are conditioned souls, and it doesn't. Not that it's very easy to speak when somebody is listening, but it is not easy unless you curb the unless you control. Unless you control the lust. Lust is the reason for anger. Means you want things to happen in your way, certain way, because ego is there. Impelled by false ego, we think we are the doers. When things don't happen in our way, we become angry. But when we know actually chanting works, it doesn't happen overnight. It takes a long time. But because you need to eradicate, we need to work on our strong desire to enjoy the other side of, and we have attachments, and we want things to happen in a certain way. When things don't happen in our way, then we become angry. So we need to become a genuinely pure devotee eventually. Then we'll be able to control. So don't worry. At least you realize, when we realize anger is our problem, you have identified the problem. So when you identify the problem, solution is very easy, because first is the diagnosis. You have diagnosed the problem. I have a problem, anger, I cannot control my own. Then you take shelter of Krishna. Krishna will help you. Okay?
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Any other question or comment?
Prabhuji,
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Huh.
So, sorry, I wanted to ask, like, how we can measure spiritual growth. Like, how do I know I'm growing in terms of spiritual knowledge?
Knowledge or growth?
Growth,
Yeah.
spiritual growth is what is my main trying to understand. But
So, first thing
yes.
is, one is sadhana. Shraddha to prema. We'll see that in future. Actually, if you continue attending these classes, everything will be revealed. It's a science. Ato shraddha tada sadhu sangata bhajan kriya anardhani vrittishyat. Tada nishtas, what is that? Tada nishtas sakti prema bhijanchati. I forgot. Anyway, nishta ruchi asakti bhava sthayi bhava prema. There are these steps. These are the steps. I'll show you one day with the prayer. In upcoming presentations, it is there. So when you have little faith, devotees, Krishna will come. So everything is like what is that, super soul, right? So Krishna will connect you to devotees. Devotees will tell you to chant the holy name. You start practicing mantra meditation. You start changing your life in line with the Bhakti Yoga process. Then what happens? Eventually you'll get initiated. Also, you look for a guru and get initiated. Then anardhani vritti, that is the longest phase. Mataji said anger. It's actually anartha. It's unwanted. What are the unwanted anarthas? Kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya. Lust, anger, envy, greed, pride, illusion, ego. These are false ego. These are the 6 anarthas that are there in our heart since time immemorial. Just by chanting 1-2 years, they will not go. So, but we continue doing it. Anartha nivritti, as you are going away from your anarthas, unwanted impurities, nishta. Nishta means steadiness. So, whether you are very busy, if somebody very auspicious, you got a promotion, you'll chant your rounds, or some inauspicious, some death is there at home, you'll chant your rounds. So for you, Krishna becomes priority. That's what's called a nishta. Nishta is actually Telugu word also, But then the next level is ruchi. In the nishta level, actually, anartha nivritti time, chanting is very difficult. When will the 16th round come? I'll finish it. How many of you agree? Second round, third round, I want to finish, because mind is not listening. We need to fight. But as you persist, as you continue the process, you'll slowly come to Nishta stage. So until, when you're in Nishta stage, always you need association of devotees. You need to read Bhagavad Gita. You need to take prasad. And you should not succumb to your weaknesses. You should not go towards your old bad habits. Then it's a fall down. That's not good. Then the ruchi will come. Sometimes people say, I have no taste for the chanting, I've given it up. You have not crossed through another nivritti, you have not attained Nishta stage, then ruchi will come. So today your ruchi is only for Gulab Jamun Prasad. There is no ruchi for chanting of the holy name. You agree or not?
Okay, Prabhu, I understand now. So it is
listen.
taking more time. It will as time passes. If I keep continuing in the same process, I'll grow spiritually. Is what you think?
You have to first come to the stage of nishta, steadiness. Then next level is ruchi. You'll get to taste for doing all these things. And there is another one, asakti. You'll be attached. Sunday you'll come for the class, because some great devotee came to wherever you are, I don't know. So then you'll go out to see him. And somebody says, like, Janmashtami is come, can you come and do service? You will do. Can you do the pot washing? You'll do the washing pots. So because you can do anything, that's what's called attachment. Then the next level is bhava. Bhava means this level. That's when you will come to know. Krishna will make you realize your spiritual form, your service in the spiritual world. You will realize, not theory, but you will realize you're not the body but a soul. But still, there is a fall down, chance for Maya to take over. But the next level is prema.
Okay.
All these stages you have to cross. So what is very important? Enthusiasm and patience. Right?
Okay. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Thanks for the clarification. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? Otherwise, some Matachema. Any question or comment? Otherwise,
Krishna Prabhuji, I think Vamsi Prabhu posted some question in the chat.
Due to the signal issue, I can't talk properly. What is the difference between Lord Narayan and Mahavishnu and Krishna? Nice question. You are still there, Prabhu? I think he dropped down. He's there. So I think we'll see that. I'm not done yet. The session is not done, but let us see. Yeah, we are not done yet. But anyway, I can answer if you want. Should we answer this question? What is the difference between a nice question actually? First of all, you should all understand Krishna and Vishnu. They are like only difference is they're same, but of course Krishna has 4 extra qualities. Narayana has 60 qualities, I said, right? Krishna has 64. Shadaiswarya Purna. All of the 4 qualities Krishna has extra. Leela Madhuri, Venu Madhuri, Rupa Madhuri, Prema Madhuri. Krishna and Vishnu non-difference. Everyone has 10 minutes, or probably I'll explain next week, but if you want, I can explain it now.
Sure, Prabhu. Please go ahead.
Krishna and Vishnu, they are one and same. Only difference is Krishna has 4 qualities extra. Krishna's Leelas are very sweet. Leela Madhuri. Rupa Krishna is very beautiful. So beautiful that anyone, that's why it attracts anyone. And the third one is Venu Madhuri, Krishna's flute. He plays on the flute and attracts people. And the second one is Krishna's Prema Madhuri. Krishna is surrounded by devotees who have intense love of God. They love Krishna with such intensity you don't see anywhere. Krishna's devotees want to go to hell to relieve headache of Krishna. Gopis want to go to hell for the pleasure of Krishna. Yashoda wants to go to hell for the pleasure of Krishna. Prema Madhuri. You don't see, that happening with others. So these are the 4 qualities. But the easiest way for me is at home is Krishna, in the office is Vishnu. With Vishnu, there are only 2 relationships, Sant and Dasya, passive and servitorship. But with Krishna, 5 mellows are possible. Santa, Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, Madhurya. Nobody, only Krishna, these 5 mellows are possible. All the deers, the plants, the trees, the animals, the cows, they all worship Krishna in Santaras. Prahlad also Santaras. Sankasanandan, they are also Santaras. So, Dasyaras is a servitorship, servants. So, within Vaikuntha, Narayana and Vishnu same actually. Now I'm giving you a difference, Krishna and Vishnu, that's what I'm telling you. They're Vishnu Tattva, they are the Swa-amsa of Krishna, self-expansions of Krishna. Swa-amsa. We are also Krishna's expansions, but we are Vibhinna-amsa, we are separated. So what is that? The 5 mellows, Santa, Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, Madhurya, are possible with Krishna, but with Vishnu, there are only 2 possible. What are those? Santa and Dasya. Lord Ramchandra, a part of Vishnu Tattva, but with him, there is one more. Santa, Dasya, and primary Gaurav Sakya, it is called. Respectable friendship is possible with Lord Ramchandra. You're listening?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah.
So, actually, when you're in the office, you cannot be like home, right? Even if supposing you're married, your wife also works in the same office, you cannot sing duets with her, because it's office. You'll be very formal. That's why, the picture. What is that? See, can you see this picture? Lakshmi ji. Lakshmi ji, she's massaging the feet. And here, Garbhasa Vishnu is like his eyes closed. He's actually creating. He's busy, not that he's sleeping. It's Yoga Nidra, but he's busy, doing so many things. So Lakshmi ji, just to save her position, she's actually massaging his feet. But you don't see her, there is so much of, loving exchange there. But Krishna at home, Krishna is at home. Home means private, right? Yes or no? Home means just, if you go to Varsana, you see a picture, Krishna is massaging the feet of Radharani, because this is home. You can do whatever you want to do, very private, personal. If you're a judge in the office, you say in the court, I sentence you to 10 years imprisonment. Everyone is scared of judge in the court. When the judge comes home, the son says, he starts mocking at the father. Dad, I sentence you. You have no prasad today because you came home late. Because it's private. You're all listening?
Yes, Prabhu.
So because this is intimate at home. And wife says, you do all your control is at there in the office only. Not here. Here you have to massage my feet. Otherwise, I'll sentence you. So this is personal, private. This is home. So if you want to have an intimate relationship with the God, with Krishna, you worship Krishna. If you want to have a formal relationship, is God, he has no beginning, no end, he is creating universes. If you want to earn reverence, if you want to worship God with fear and respect, that is Vishnu worship. If you want to have if you want to have a relationship, intimate relationship, that is Krishna worship. That's it. That's the only difference. And we will see more. I want to definitely touch base with this. Because these are the fundamentals. At home is Krishna, in the office is Vishnu. That's it. Clear?
Yes, Prabhu.
Any other question or comment? Otherwise, we'll end it for today.
Is it possible to share the slides, Prabhu? We can refer later.
Yeah, where should I share?
Any link you can share, like Google Drive or any other location, which you are comfortable.
Yes, I'll do that. So we'll end it.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Next week, when I come, I'll post it, and or I'll ask Harshika to just.
One question.
Amma?
One question.
Amma?
If you take Bhakti Yoga as a comparing it like a course, what is the I think the length of it is all our lifetime. So what is the measure for the result, or when is the, if we take it as an example, when is the exam, and how do we measure the result? Is it here or somewhere after death?
So when is the exam and when will you get the results, right? That's a question. If you consider Bhakti Yoga as a process, right? Is that the question?
Yes. Yeah.
Amma, first is, I said actually that Prabhu asked just now, and I told him our goal of the process end is we have to attain the love of God. So we need to awaken that love of God. Means for that you have to go through Anardha Nivritti, Nishta, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava, Sthayi Bhava, Prema. So we need to attain the love of God. So one day, one devotee by name Charu Prabhu asked Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada, how long does it take to attain the perfection in this, to attain the result, attain the good result in this process? Prabhupada said close to 40 years. Your heart will be completely purified of anarthas, and you will awaken Nishta, Ruchi, Asakti, and eventually, I told right today, at the Bhava stage, you will attain self-realization. And of course, eventually, after Bhava, Prema is immediate, very fast. Prema, So Prabhupada said around 40 years, Prabhupada said. So for somebody, if you are continuing from past life, it'll take 10, 15, 20 years to attain the perfection. For somebody, it takes, 40 years. So we have to be very strict, sincere Bhakti Yogi. Understanding that time is, this human life is meant for self-realization. Time is running out for everyone. Somebody like you started very early. One has to be very serious. Actually, I have seen, we have children in America, 13 years they chant 16 rounds. They're already aspiring, actually. I'm impressed with them. So one has to look for a spiritual master and get initiated and practice bhakti, because Bhakti Yoga process, the guru is very important. Then under the guidance of Guru, we practice bhakti and look for the day we attain the love of God. The love of God means, you're liberated even being present in this world. But of course, one visible exam is Antiya Narayana Smriti. If remembering Krishna at the time of death, if you remember Krishna, you'll go back to Godhead. But this process says, even when you're in this world, you'll awaken that love of God. And then you will come to know your service to Krishna in the spiritual world, your spiritual form in the spiritual world, and all these things you'll come to know. Means you have attained the perfection of your human life, being present in this life. Okay?
Yeah.
Thank you very much, everyone. My best senses, Allah Prabhupada. If I have spoken anything wrong, excuse me as your humble servant. But very grateful for your patient audience. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.